Attention, all stations. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Bonsoir tout le monde et bienvenue. This is VA3CJZ, opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net, also known as AREG, for Wednesday, September 14th, 2022. Today marks 1,513 weeks that AREG has been on the air consecutively. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton. And the Simplex Net was originally founded by John Sims, VE3JSU, who is now living in Manitouwadge, Ontario since mid-July 2018. I have taken over the net for him, and we just passed our 29-year anniversary last week. Anyone with a valid license who checks into the net from anywhere is welcome here. The idea is to have people check in to either test out their radios and antenna systems, maybe ask a radio or technical question, or to just say hello and tell us about their week. We do not discuss religion or politics, and foul language is not accepted here. The AREG is considered to be a very friendly net, so comments, questions, or break-ins are welcome, but this is still a directed net and go through the net controller. By all means, if you have any announcements or information, please come forward and we will recognize you. Now, I have been streaming the net on YouTube for some time now. People who can tune in can hear how they sound into my station and see their signal strength. Just type my call into the YouTube search box, again VA3CJZ, and look for us live or under the title AREG Week 1513 for this evening's net. This net is on every Wednesday night, starting at 8 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. local time here on 146.430. While this is a simplex net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. And this should not discourage you from participating, and it may even encourage some of you to improve your station. Relaying communications has a long history in amateur radio, and so we encourage you to ask for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. And finally, we ask that you please try and leave a 2-second delay between transmissions to allow others to break in. May I now have check-ins for this evening's AREG?
VE3GNP. VE3KCI. VE3GBD.
All right, very good. We've got 3 stations in there so far: GNP, KCI, and GBD. Let's go and say hello to Garnett, VE3GNP. Come on in.
I think I got a license. I'm not sure. I hadn't looked in a while.
Yeah, you got 2 of them.
Oh, that's good. I got one for the repeater then. Yeah, not doing too much. Went to the doctor today. Everything's kind of quiet.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of doctors, my diabetes nurse there was a little concerned. I had super high blood pressure a couple of weeks ago, and she asked me to go to the drugstore and take my blood pressure, which I haven't done. And so she's on me about that. And because she was a little concerned there, it was pretty high. But hopefully it was just a one-shot deal, and it's back down to where it should be, or close to it anyways. But yeah. Well, how's the foot?
I still got it. I'm still wearing the boot. They said 2 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. And I can't walk very well without the boots. I'm wearing the boots down. My family doctor's going to send me to a foot doctor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's no good. I kind of thought 2 weeks would be kind of short, to tell you the truth. What was it for? A broken bone in your foot or your ankle, or what's the story?
I tore the tendon in my foot when I was walking.
Oh, yeah, the tendon. Yeah, the tendon. That's right. I had an issue with that with my finger years ago, but yeah, they take a while, from my experience.
Who knows? I'll live till I die. Hunting a good die young, right?
Yeah, that's what they say. Uh, yeah, and the good guys, they go first. All right, there, Garnett. Well, thanks for checking in and keeping us up to date there. I hope you feel better soon. I don't know if warm baths or heat blanket might help, but you'd know what makes you feel more comfortable. All right, Garnett. If you got to go, jump in, man, and let us know. Okay, well, I did hear Art on this frequency, but I will try Art on this frequency, and if not, we'll switch over um, to the remote station there. VE3 Kilo Charlie India. Art.
Yes, I hear you there, Chuck. You're coming in here over between 4 and 5 edge units. Yeah, good to hear from everybody over there. Hope Gardner's feeling better soon, and yeah, no fun being laid up. Well, I've been around the shack over here, putting up pictures and everything else like that. I figured I'd make myself useful to start hanging up things in my apartment after 7 years. So, hope everything's going good with you, Chuck, and give a great big how do you do out there to Rick for me, will you please? Sure, BK.
Okay, I recognize VE3BK. Art, he's right in there. Go ahead, Rick.
How you doing, Art, and everybody else on frequency? I just heard Art in there, and I just came in the room there a couple minutes ago, turned the radio on, and heard my buddy there, Art. Anyway, how you doing there, Art? I'm living. That's the main thing. Well, been hanging a few pictures up over here finally after 7 years. I think. Well, gotta have those walls not looking so bare, you know. Always something to do, eh? How's the new TV service there, the 5K doing? Oh, that's doing excellent, man. I don't know what it'd ever do without 4K. Well, it's a good thing you got that big screen TV and you can see it when you're up close. That's all I can say anyway. Okay, we better return it back to Nat there, and good to hear you in there, Art. And we'll turn it back to Chuck there. Chuck, I haven't found a piece for you yet, but I will. Anyway, yeah, I just finished my supper a few minutes ago. I was late getting back, so anyway, we'll do that sooner or later. Anyway, over to you, Chuck. BA3CJZ, B3BK.
Yeah, absolutely there, Rick. No problem, sir. Just when you got time, and very much appreciated. And Art, you were coming in fine on the 2 meters on the home base here, except for noise. You had a great signal, S5, but lots of noise. So I switched over to the remote station in Flamborough. Thank you, VE3XKV. And now you're coming in at an S8, nice and clear, no crackling, no nothing there, Art. So you've been feeling okay there?
Yeah, I'm feeling okay. Feeling with my hands, you know. As the old saying goes, can't complain. Well, I started on the weekend hanging pictures up around the shack over here to the apartment. Now the walls don't look so bare anymore. Well, now I guess all else I have to do now is get a few pictures of a few good-looking naked women. Well, then I don't have to worry about too many things.
Yeah, absolutely. Put anything you like up there. I know we're guilty of that over here. We've lived at this place for almost 5 years, and we can still put up pictures, and we haven't done it. We have some up, of course, but I need to redecorate my Radio Shack wall as well, and put some a map up or something instead of looking at a piece of plastic covering pink insulation there. All right, Art. Well, thank you very much for checking in, sir. It's nice to hear from you. And let us know if you got to pull out and say goodnight.
Well, you want to know what you can start doing? Well, you got all these QSL cards from different places from all over the world, and you plaster them all over one wall or something like that, and then you got to say to yourself, "Gee, Bennett, and done it, and have something to show for it."
Yeah. I know what you mean. I should get the printer rolling there. I've got lots of paper, but the ink is kind of expensive. So we're kind of skimping on the printing for now. But yeah, if I can find one of those companies that used to have refills for printers there, where all you had to do is buy the colors and you fill your cartridge up yourself with a needle, and away you go. But they closed up when they redid Eastgate Square there, so I don't know uh, where we can get that. So we're paying full price for ink cartridges. Okay, there, Art. Very good, sir. Glad to hear everything's okay. And we're going to switch back over to the home base and continue on with the net. Thank you very much. Clearing with VE3 Kilo Charlie India.
Yeah, I gotta say good night to everybody, and have everybody on the net over here have a safe and happy one. I'm going out. Okay, for the night. It's bedtime's calling me. Okay, VE3 KCI. We're going out for the night. Talk to you later. Have a safe week. Bye for now.
Okay, Art. Good night. Okay, that was Art up on the mountain, Victor Echo 3, Kilo Charlie, India. We're back on the home base radio, and let's go say hello to George out by the traffic circle, VE3 GBD. Come on in, George.
What's going on out there? Well, actually, I'm going to be heading out there with the wife. She's going for an MRI on her knee, so I'm gonna go with her, obviously, because that's a good husband does, right?
That's right, George. I remember I had an MRI done at 11:30 at night. Um, I think they closed at 12. I'm not sure, or I don't know. They might even go all through the night. Who knows?
Yeah, they do it at night, I guess. I don't know, but I don't want her to go by herself, so I'm gonna I'm gonna head out with her.
Good man, George. Good man. So this is your one and only transmission then.
Well, I'm gonna bring my handheld. So hang outside, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Okay, then. We'll look forward to hearing from you then once you're all settled in over there. All right, George. Thanks a bunch. Anything else to add before we continue on?
No, not till next round. Hopefully, when I'm up there, I will be able to get out on the handheld. But other than that, no, nothing to report yet.
Okay, very good then, George. Well, let's see who else is out there would like to check in with us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm here in the East End of Hamilton. We are also streaming live on YouTube. Just put my call sign in the YouTube search box and look for us live or under AREG week 1513. Any new check-ins, please come now. Okay, I did hear a very, very weak station. It almost sounded like Rick, but no audio. That station, try it again. Yeah, I'm sorry. That station there, all I caught was Victor Alpha 3, and then you got a full strength signal here, but there's just no audio. All right, that station there trying to check in. I'm sorry, sir, but we are unable to make you out. You have maybe 1% audio. Can anybody else make this gentleman out? All right. Well, I'm really sorry about that. Whoever that is, all I got was a Victor Alpha 3. Nice strong signal, just no voice to go with it. Let's try it again. Anyone would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey.
Now there's some audio we can all hear very well. VA3 IMW Mac. Good evening. Come on in.
Good evening, Chuck, and all on frequency. Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey is here to save the day. No, I already did that today. Sorry, I'm on my own time. Yeah, a heck of a day. Had some disasters and emergencies and all kinds of stuff happen this afternoon. So, yeah, it's good to cleanse all that out of my brain and forget about it until tomorrow. Other than that, it's good to hear you. And, well, I'm not sure who else is on frequency yet. Just got back from checking in with our friends in Toronto on the ACS Net. However, is there a topic for tonight, or maybe a magic question, a secret handshake that I should know about? Anything of that nature going on so far tonight, Chuck?
There is no topic of discussion as per se, but I did mention in the opening monologue that anyone that has a subject that wishes to discuss, please come forward with it, or anyone who has questions or announcements for that matter. And yeah, we'll welcome anything. I did want to briefly mention that our Queen Elizabeth II, passed away one day after the 29-year anniversary of the AREG, which was last Wednesday. So the following Thursday is when we got the news of Queen Elizabeth. And of course, our thoughts and prayers go out to that family, the Windsor family. And that's about it. I've been watching it, some of it on the news. The poor lady must be tired of traveling back and forth. She's finally resting in state, and then will be buried on Monday. We could talk about what do you think about the holiday for Monday that Trudeau is proposing? I don't know.
Yeah, he's proposing a federal holiday, which does not mean it is a provincial holiday. And of course, Doug Ford was quick to counter that it would be observed, however, not as a statutory holiday for provincial recognition. So, yeah, I think Doug Ford is taking a more let's get back to work position on this, because I could just imagine my CEO rolling his eyes thinking, OMG, there goes another day of productivity down the drain. Who knows? But no, I don't think it's going to be a holiday for us working stiffs. What do you want to call us? So I've already booked a week's vacation off for all of next week, and then the first 3 days of the following week. I haven't taken any time off this summer yet, and I'm starting to feel the effects of it. So I told my boss that one of my projects is supposed to come to a culmination as of Friday, and I need to take some time. So by 5 p.m. on Friday evening, I hope to be making a quick pit stop at the beer store on the way home, and looking forward to putting up my feet for the weekend, and then perhaps some day trips with the wife the following week, and trying to stay away from the computer and the telephone. So as far as advertisements and announcements, there is the Parks on the Air Zoom meeting that we're scheduling for September 22nd. Yes, a week Thursday, a week tomorrow. And anybody interested in getting in on that, if I haven't already invited you, please send me an email at va3imw@gmail.com, and I'll pluck your email address and add you to the invitation list. Anyways, there we go. Something to talk about. I can't really say that I want to talk about the Queen, the royal family, or anything of that nature. I think it's unfortunately that she passed at such a productive time in her life, and I've got some other opinions about Charles, but I'll keep those to myself. I'll just turn it back to you, Chuck, and let's see if there's anybody else out there. Roger?
Yep, absolutely there, Mac. I agree. Not a problem. And we can also talk about the HF conditions that have been picking up as of late. Last night, I got Wales under my belt as a contact for the first time, I think, confirmed. And so, and then about maybe 10 parks or contacts anyways. Last night, mostly 40 meters. I got 2 contacts with 20 meters. And I just noticed earlier that, what was it? The 15 meter band today was opened up there about an hour ago. It was wide open almost. So, yeah, we could talk about that. All right, Mac, thank you for all that information. If anybody is interested in joining that Zoom meeting regarding POTA, just email Mac at va3imw@gmail.com. With that, let's see if anybody else out there would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, AREG. Looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere. Please come now.
3NCA.
All right, we got Wade, VA3NCA, out in Dundas, right?
Roger. Yeah. Good evening, Chuck. Good evening, everybody on net. Listening along here, of course, on Wednesday night. Always looking forward to Wednesday night for the AREG net. And actually, I haven't heard anybody mention yet on any of the other nets, but maybe I missed it. There are 2. This is a busy weekend for Canadian, for amateur radio events, I guess, because we do have the RAC annual general meeting over Zoom this weekend. 3 days and 15 hours. They've got a countdown on their website. It's free to register. It's on Sunday, September 18th, and so along with the general meeting, there are also a number of presentations, and maybe some of them would be interesting to some people. That's at rac.ca. And the other one is, it was really good last year. I attended remotely. Again, it's all virtual. It's the QSO Today Virtual Ham Expo. And it has a lot of good presentations. And it is $10 US though to sign up. And it starts Friday night, and there's events on Saturday and Sunday. And all sorts of things. A broadcast engineer's version of an HF station, minimalist QRP approach, questions for young hams, bands in an HOA, stealthy antennas. So lots of presentations. If anybody should be interested to check it out, and that's at QSO Today Ham Expo, all one word, mouthful.com. So QSO Today Ham Expo.com. In case anybody's interested. I'll send it back to you, Chuck. Thanks. VA3NCA 4ID.
All right, very good, Wade. That was a lot of good information. Thank you very much. And the Zoom meeting you were mentioning there coming up for RAC, what's the date?
The date is Sunday. Let me just find it here. Yeah, it's Sunday, and the meeting is in the afternoon, and there's presentations you can check out in the morning. And it's a free registration for that RAC presentation, but you do have to register to get the invite. Yeah, I will key up again if I find the actual time, but it is Sunday at least. It's amazing they don't put it right front and center at the time it starts, but it does start Sunday, September 18th.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Wade. And again, just go to the RAC website for all the information on that. All right, Wade, did you say you were taking off, or are you going to stick around?
I'll stick around and listen for most of the duration. I may not quite make 10 p.m., but I'll be around for most of it. So yeah, I'll listen along and listen for whoever else keys up down the line. I have since found that it looks like it starts at 1 p.m. and it runs until, I guess, after the general meeting, which I think starts at 4. So it's all afternoon, not all day. But the real information is on the RAC website, rac.ca. So go there to get all the real information. NCA, back to you, Chuck.
All right. Thank you, Wade. Very good info. I'll have some announcements shortly. But first, let's see if anyone else would like to check in to the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and we're looking for check-ins. Please come now.
VE3FJJ.
Hey, there's a voice we haven't heard in a while. VE3FJJ. Flynn in the East End. Good evening, Flynn. Come on in.
Well, hello there, Chuck, and everybody on net. Thought I'd just say hello, and my stepdaughter would like to say hello on here as well.
Absolutely. Hello there. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Carly.
Hi, Carly. How old are you?
I'm 10.
Oh, very good. Very good. Yeah. So you like listening to the radio, do you?
Yes.
Well, you sound like a natural, young lady. It seems like you have no shyness too much, and that's good. Maybe one day you'll be interested in getting your own license and talking on the radio by yourself. All right. Well, thank you, Carly, for saying hello to everybody. And does anybody want to say hello back to Carly?
Well, certainly we'd like to honor and welcome a new ham to the group. Flynn, good to hear you on the radio as well. Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, Mac on the West Hamilton Mountain. And Carly, it's very good to make your acquaintance. So there's all kinds of great opportunities to talk to people all over the world just by keying up on the right frequencies. And I'm sure your stepdad will definitely be a great influence in helping you learn the ins and outs of amateur radio, and looking forward to having some additional amateurs picking up the hobby. So I'll wish you 73s, which is a nice way of saying hello, really good to hear you, and best greetings. 73s.
Great, 73.
Okay, Carly. Thank you again for checking in. You're welcome to come say hi next Wednesday, too. Every week we're on here at 8 o'clock. So before your bedtime, if you want to come and say hello, please feel free. And so I don't know if your dad is busy with anything. You got anything else there, Flynn, to add to us?
Oh, no, I just wanted to say thank you guys for acknowledging her and giving her some confidence. She's been bugging the last couple of days to get on here, so what better way to, on the check-in with Chuck Day.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for thinking about us. here on the AREG. Like I said, every week, every Wednesday, we're here. Drop by and say hi anytime. We usually talk about all kinds of stuff, even kid-friendly stuff, movies, anything. All right. Well, thank you, Flynn. That's VE3FJJ in the East End. Anyone else out there would like to check in? Please come now. This is VA3CJZ.
Victor Echo 3, Bravo Mike Oscar.
All right. We got another check in, VE3BMO, Pierre, also in the East End, deep in the East. Good evening, Pierre. Come on in.
Evening, Chuck. Sound good. Everybody sound good over here tonight. Yeah, I'm up. Woo! Surprisingly enough, but got day off tomorrow, so do a little bit of fishing, and yeah, hopefully a nice day for tomorrow.
Yes, very good, very good. Well, I wish you luck fishing. Geez, I miss it, to tell you the truth, but I haven't had a license since we moved here. Um, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I was listening to you earlier today there, I think talking to someone about going fishing and yeah, good luck with that. I think it's going to be maybe a little coolish tomorrow. I don't know. It depends. But I'm sure that's not going to stop you. You always come prepared there, Pierre. And so, yeah, it's 8:30 and you're still up. We'll have to mark that down in the calendar. By the way, is that antenna omni or is that a directional?
This one here is the 8-inch Omni one. Yeah, it's just a little gaffer there.
All right. Well, your signal's bouncing off the escarpment, no problem, and then back to me. Your full strength to me there, Pierre. So good job. And it's quiet in your apartment because I can hear the mites walking around.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet in this room. Wife's in the other room watching TV, so yeah, she's pretty quiet. Nothing else going on here. Got my other radios turned off, so yeah, quiet. Quiet's good though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Remember when we had the fire there? We were staying at the hotel. All we heard was sirens, day and night, all the time. I could not live downtown. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. I'm a light sleeper, and so yeah, I'd need some serious medication. But anyhow, yeah, that antenna is working great for you there, Pierre. Uh, that's a good antenna. What kind is it again?
I forget what it is. It's like I said, it's only an 8-inch antenna. I seen it on Amazon. I forget what it was called.
Yeah, well, regardless, it's doing a good job there for you. All right, Pierre. Well, thanks for checking in. Maybe we'll get on the remote station there and see if FGT VA3 FGT is out there, and we'll give him a call there on the on Bob's crossband frequency out in Flamborough. So thanks again, Pierre. Anything else to add?
Nope, I think that's about it. Yeah, can't recall anything else.
All right. Well, if you do, jump right in anytime. Much appreciated. VE3 Bravo Mike Oscar. All right, we're going to switch over to the Flamborough station and see if we can pick up any stations out west of here. This is VA3 CJZ. All right, this is Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, please come now. Okay, nothing heard that way yet. Let's see if anybody in the listening area would like to check in to the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ. Anyone, anywhere, please come now.
Craig's gonna jump on that and see if he can get a hold of you.
Okay, we'll switch back over to the remote station. Thanks, Pierre.
Yep, no problem.
All right, let's try it again. See if anybody's out there would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ, looking for anyone, anywhere. Okay, we're looking for Greg out in Simcoe, Victor Alpha 3, Fox Golf Tango. Do you copy? Okay, well, nothing heard on this one. We'll switch back over to the base in Hamilton.
Thanks for trying there, Chuck. Be able.
Yep, not a problem. Maybe later. All right. Well, let's go with some announcements with contests coming up this weekend. We have a EME contest, and EME stands for Earth, Moon, Earth. So it's a moon bounce contest put on by the ARRL, and that is for 2.3 gigahertz and up. And it's for the mode of CW, phone, and digital. After that, we have the SARL VHF UHF digital contest, and that's for 50 megahertz, 70, 144 megahertz, 432, and 1296 megahertz. And then we have the 10 gigahertz and up contest, also by the ARRL, and that's any mode. Okay. And then we have the Texas QSO party, and that's all modes and all bands except for the WARC.
There are 7 diatonic modes, and they are the Phrygian mode. The Dorian
Alexa,
mode.
stop. My Alexa device decided to talk to me. Cancel. Alexa, thank you.
You bet.
All right, where were we? Texas QSO party, and that's all the bands except for the WARC bands. After that, we have the Iowa QSO party, the QRP Field. That's for 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160, and that's all mode. That's QRP, 5 watts. Next, the New Hampshire QSO party. Got a whole bunch of these states. New Jersey QSO party, Washington State Salmon Run, and that's for CW and phone from 6 meters, 10, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160. And that's for CW and phone. Salmon Run, eh? Huh. And then we have the Wisconsin Parks on the Air, and that's for CW, single sideband, and FM. And the bands are 2 meter, 6 meter, 10, 15, 20, 40, and 80. Again, the Wisconsin Parks on the Air. And then what else do we have here? That's pretty much it. Just go to contestcalendar.com if you want more information, and you can look up all the contests right there. And so that's it for contest announcements. Anyone anywhere would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? You can check. You can also follow us on the YouTube. Just put in my call sign VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box and follow along with us there. But for now, does anyone want to check in to the AREG net? Please come now. All right. Well, we have 8 check-ins. It is 8:40 p.m. currently 18.6 degrees outside the CJZ studio. And so let's go to our on this day information. I already mentioned that Queen Elizabeth passed away on September 8th. So now let's go to the birthdays, and we'll start with one of the founding fathers of the United States. He has a birthday today. His name is James Wilson, born in 1742. He is also a signatory of the U.S. Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. He was born in Scotland, and he died in 1798. So he was 56 years old. All right, and then there's the oldest citizen of the Netherlands. His name is hard to say, but he has a birthday today. 1835 he was born. E. de Smit Rog. He died in 1940 at the age of 104. So happy birthday to the oldest citizen of the Netherlands. And then we have the Lone Ranger, the original Lone Ranger, Clayton Moore, has a birthday today, and born in 1914 in Chicago, Illinois. Of course, he was the American actor that portrayed the Lone Ranger in his old black and white movies. From 1949 to 1952, and then he picked it up again from 53 to 57. Here's some Canadian news. Maurice Vachon, also known as Mad Dog, Maurice Mad Dog Vachon, Canadian professional wrestler born in Montreal, Quebec. He has a birthday today, born in 1929, sadly passed away in 2013. His brother was known as Paul the Butcher Vachon. So there was two of these guys in the wrestling circuit. Those of you who remember the early days of, or when you were younger, watching wrestling. And then we have Chekhov from Star Trek. Has a birthday today. His real name is Walter Koenig. Born in 1936. He's still alive, born in Chicago also. Same as the Lone Ranger. Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. Well, we'll pause there, and we'll do another call out and see if anybody else is out there would like to check in with us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Okay, not sure if that was just noise or someone trying to check in from a long distance. Let's switch over to the Flamborough remote station. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, looking for check-ins for the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, AREG. Anyone, anywhere, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Again, as I mentioned before, we are streaming live on YouTube. Just put in VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box and look for us live there, or under the title AREG Week 1513. And so let's see then. Well, let's continue on. Let's see who else. This American psychedelic rock guitarist by the name of Ed King has a birthday today, born in 1949. He was a bass player and songwriter for Strawberry Alarm Clock from 67 to 1971, Incense and Peppermints, and then Lynyrd Skynyrd did a stint in the 70s and in the 80s and 90s. Sweet Home Alabama is another song he was on. Saturday Night Special. And he died in 2018 in California. He was born in Glendale, California, but he did die in 2018. Amy Winehouse has a birthday today, born in 1983, sadly passed away in 2011, and she's a British singer-songwriter. A famous song, Rehab. and Stronger Than Me. That's it for birthdays of celebrities and famous people. We'll go along with deaths on this day, people who passed away that are famous. Well, this is a famous monk. He passed away in 1715. His name was Dom Perignon. He's a French Benedictine monk who helped improve the quality of champagne. He died at the age of 76 or 77, they're not sure. But nonetheless, those monks, they're good with booze, let me tell you. Remember the story, the movie Last of the Mohicans? Well, I guess it was a book. The gentleman who wrote that book is James Fenimore Cooper. Passed away in 1851 of a condition called dropsy. He was 61 years old. Dropsy is also known as edema, or a buildup of fluid in the body's tissue where you swell up tremendously. Last of the Mohicans, very good movie. I love the story. And then 1901, U.S. President William McKinley dies in Buffalo after being shot 8 days earlier by anarchist Leon Czolgosz, whatever. I don't know how to say his name. 1901. And then Grace Kelly passed away in 1982 on this day. Princess of Monaco died in a car crash at the age of 52. Another princess dying in a car crash. Sad news. And then finally, we have Patrick Swayze, who passed away on this day in 2009 at the age of 57 due to pancreatic cancer. All right, so that's it for deaths. We'll continue on with famous events on this day, but let's see if anybody else is out there would like to join us and say hello here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu. My name is Chuck, and I'm here in East Hamilton looking for your check-ins. Please come now. All right, very good. Let's go to the top of the list and say hello to Garnett one more time. I think he might be getting sleepy. VE3GNP, are you there? Okay, might be a slow night. Art said goodnight already, VE3KCI. And George might be heading out soon. Let's see if he's still there. VE3GBD.
Chuck, you realize you're still working on the remote station, Roger?
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Thanks. Well, let's see if George is still with us. VE3GBD. All right, he's out driving the missus to the MRI appointment. And so let's see if Rick is still with us. VE3 Bravo Kilowatt.
Chuck, do you want to bounce back out to your Flamborough station? Because FGT is now appearing in the wind. Good evening, Greg. Stand by.
All right, see, I knew it. If I hung out long enough on this one, Greg would show up. Let's see if he's there. VA3CJZ looking for check-ins. Please come now.
Okay, that's up to you, Greg. Do you have a copy on the Flamborough station? Go ahead.
It doesn't sound like you guys are making it through, so we're trying very hard. Other than that, what we tried with the beam tonight didn't work, so VA3FGT.
Okay, Greg, you got a copy on me. I'm in you're an S7 to me.
Hear you, Mac, there. Every once in a while, though, the squelch takes you over.
Oh, bad squelch. Bad squelch. Okay, no copy on Chuck from Flamborough, and the experiment with the horizontal beam didn't work out for you today. Anything else?
Oh, I can hear Greg, no problem, in the Flamborough station there, coming in at an S8. You copy me, Greg? VA3 CJZ.
Didn't work tonight, obviously, so we'll try it again tomorrow.
Okay, well, I've got you at an S9 here at the Flamborough station, Greg. Maybe you need to turn that squelch down a wee bit.
Greg, have you got a chance to turn the squelch down a little bit? Chuck's got you with an S, I think he said S8, coming in Flamborough.
Here, I got the squelch wide open now. No squelch at all. Try it now, Chuck.
All right, very good. Well, you're making it to the Flamborough station at an S8, S9 now. Do you copy? VA3 CJZ.
Opening my squelch up, I can hear you in there. You're real staticky, but I can hear you in there. So I guess we get it up a little higher and maybe get it pointed a little differently when we get the rotor control tomorrow.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, then. It's a rough copy on your end, but we can hear you no problem here. S8, S9 out at the Flamborough station. Well, thanks for checking in, Greg. Much appreciated.
Okay, Chuck and Mac, thank you very much, and we'll say 7-3s for now. VA3 FGT out here in Simcoe.
Good to hear you in there again, and maybe we'll try later on tonight on 70 centimeters, see if last night happens all over again. That was good. Had you with an S8 on Simplex on 70 centimeters last night. That was wonderful. By the way, Chuck, doesn't everything in Flamborough come to you at S8? Isn't that what the signal of the repeating station in Flamborough actually does for you?
Yes, sir. Roger that. It's been flickering in between S8 and S9, but anyone that makes it in there comes in at an S8 or S9. So that's what we get.
Okay, Roger. All right, thanks for letting me jump in and play radio for a few minutes there. And 7-3s, Greg, hoping things are going good for you. All right, I'll turn it back to you, Chuck, and pick up a dozen more. Go ahead.
All right, looking for number 10. This is VA3 CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, please come now. All right, then, Mac, did you have a subject that you wanted to bring up?
Oh, just sharing some good news. This past weekend, I became a grandfather again.
Oh.
Little fellow came into the world at 12 pounds and 15 ounces.
Oh, wow.
And when did that happen? Monday, I guess. So everybody's home, and no, it couldn't have been Monday. It must have been before that. And Saturday, Sunday, something like that. Weekend. They were home Monday. And so the little fella is doing well, and his mother is recuperating. And they actually came over to visit Grandma on Tuesday night. Grandma had a little snuggle time, and everybody is back to regular business. That's a total of 6 grandchildren now, and
oh, shit.
yeah, I think that's enough.
You have no say.
It makes me tired. Anyways, it's always good to have good news where new life comes into the world. I guess on the downside, we also learned in the past couple of days that a very good old friend of mine succumbed to a heart condition and passed away. So I'll be attending a funeral on Saturday. That was unexpected. But it's just a lesson in life, right? Life always teaches us lessons about life and death. They're a continuous cycle. So we keep on keeping on and enjoy every day that we have with each other. And that's my topic for tonight. Cheery and not so cheery, but then again, it's real life. Roger?
Yeah. Well, first of all, congratulations again on number 6, eh? And sounds like that's a fair size baby. And was Mama able to walk around shortly after, or was it a bit strenuous?
No, actually, she was walking a whole lot better with the young fella out of her than she was the previous couple of days. So, she actually made it up and down the stairs at our place last night, and she's moving a little slower, but she's up and around. So this is her third child. My older daughter has 3 of her own, so it's not 6 in one family, but 6 grandchildren total for me. But yes, it's good news. They were looking forward to the little fella coming into the world, and she had been kind of lingering on the cusp of getting ready to go, and unfortunately she went into the hospital once and got sent back home, which is always kind of discouraging for mother, thinking that things are coming to a culmination, and all of a sudden, no, well, you're not far enough along. Go home and suffer, and come back when you're when the head's out or something like that. But thankfully, all went well and everybody's healthy.
It's all about the dilation. I hear you. We went through the same. But also on the second part of your announcement there, sorry to hear about an old friend passing. I had a high school friend that I was still in touch with that passed away from cancer there just a couple of years ago. And it was all of a sudden, because I didn't even know she had cancer. It's not something people announce, but I didn't know about it, so it was a shock to me. But like you say, that's a cycle of life. It doesn't discriminate who it picks on. But anyways, well, there's some great news out of all that too. So very good.
Yeah, roger that. I didn't mean to bring anybody down, but that's just the way the world is treating us right now, and we're dealing with it. So I'm going to be making a trip into Dundas on Saturday. But other than that, I think that's enough of me and dampening the mood. But no, thanks for letting me share. And let's see what else is going on. Where the heck is North End Richard? I haven't heard his cheery voice in so long. Is he still breathing?
Every now and again, I see a post from him on Facebook. It has been a while since I've seen anything. Like I don't troll Facebook all day long, so who knows? But he doesn't seem too interested. He's got other things he'd rather do, and so he might get back in maybe as the cold weather sets in. So I think he was told he had to scrap his tower for this other antenna and clean up the yard, and maybe that's why he kind of gave up on it. I don't know. I really don't know. But I miss North End Richard, of course. And then we have a message from Greg on the YouTube live stream saying that it didn't work. Well, Greg, if you want to play back the stream, just grab the bar at the bottom there and bring it back to where we were talking to you. You were coming in great at the Flamborough station, so it's too bad we weren't able to have reciprocating signals. All right, very good. Okay, Mac, anything else before we move along?
Well, just remind everybody that we're going to do that Parks on the Air thing a week from tomorrow. And everybody that wants to get in on it, send me an email at va3imw@gmail.com, and we'll get you on the list. And if you're not going to learn anything about POTA, at least you'll be able to see Garnett falling asleep and whoever else stays up that late at night. Roger?
Yeah, Roger. Okay, very good. Thanks for that there, Mac. And those of you who are curious or want to be invited, just email Mac at va3imw@gmail.com. Okay, thanks, Mac. Let's go to the ONTARS webpage here and talk about the Barrie Simcoe County Amateur Radio Club Hamfest. It is a go for 17th of September, which is Saturday. So more information on that, go to the ONTARS website. And then on the 18th of September, we have the London Amateur Radio Club Hamfest. That's a go. And that's on Sunday, the 18th. And if you want pictures from the Ottawa Carp Amateur Radio Hamfest that was on the 10th, the exclusive pictures are on the ONTARS website. Again, that's ontars.com. Oscar November Tango Alpha Romeo Sierra, ontars.com. Okay, there is a 6-meter net on now every Tuesday starting this month on 50.170 megahertz upper sideband. Again, that's on the ONTARS website. Let's see what time that is. Tuesdays at 2100 hours. So there you go, 9 o'clock. Hosted by Ken, VE3 Kilo Charlie Yankee. Again, the frequency is 50.170 upper sideband on 6 meters, Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Okay, what else do we have here? All kinds of other interesting things to see on the ONTARS website. Check it out. There's also a marketplace where you can buy and sell, swap, whatever you want to do. So again, go to the ONTARS site. So for now, let's see if anybody else is out there listening would like to join us. It is 9:03 p.m. here. My name is Chuck, and my call is Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Juliet Zulu. And we're hosting the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net, AREG, and we're looking for check-ins from anyone, anywhere. Please come now.
VA3 XLJ.
Hey, you made it. Number 10, VA3 XLJ. Vanya. Is there anyone else? Okay, nothing heard. That's all on you. Vanya, come on in.
Oh, blah. I'm gonna have to start learning how to speak again. I did join you like maybe 15-20 minutes ago, so I was listening, and when you call out first time, I didn't want to join in because I was halfway through my supper, so I kind of I'm not gonna say tough it out, but I was sitting here and listening, so it was interesting. So that's a good thing. Like yeah, it's my graveyard shift, so it's I'm like half asleep, half awake. So and soon I'm gonna be preparing overtures. I like to say that even if I don't know what does it mean in general, but it has something to do with travel for my work, and probably I'm gonna be leaving soon. Like maybe I don't know what the time now, like a night something. Like let's say around the 10th. So it's radio's beeping. Give me a second. So yeah, also what I did over the last little while, I put a timer to know my radios to 1 minute. So when I go through the repeaters, like sometimes I just kind of like molest people's ears and to keep that to the minimum, I guess. So that's my fall how you say this, fall resolution, whatever the thing is. So yeah, for whatever reason, this fall is my favorite time of the year. Believe it or not, like it's other than rainy day, I guess. It's nice outside, especially now. Like when I leave, it's like a fresh but not cold.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of perfect. Like sit down on the bench and if there's a foliage or anything like that, sit down and enjoy the scenery and enjoy the coffee at the same time, I guess.
Yeah. The summers are definitely getting a little too hot for me. Personally, I prefer spring and fall. Um yeah, the nice cool temperatures in the morning, warms up during the day, and then cools down again at night. Uh, yeah, perfect for a nice little campfire at night there, um, if and when you can. But yeah, I've been finding the summer's too warm. I think they said last year and uh, the year before or the year before that were the hottest on record. So, not very good news for us who like the summer, unless you really like that warm and humid temperature. I don't mind the heat, but when that humidity kicks in, boy, oh boy, woo, it's difficult to breathe. But like you said there, Vanya, fall is a great season. Some of us have depending where you live, have a nice fall season. Others very short. I have a friend of mine in Wyoming. I think they had snow overnight the other night. So that's a short fall season. We're not even officially in the fall yet. It starts September 21st. So there you go.
Yeah, there's that guy with mustaches who makes movies. Let's call him an actor. I can't remember the name. I think he was in that the Magnum PI TV show before, and he have a whole bunch of movies, and they're all up in northern east coast of the states, like on Maine and New Hampshire, or all that pocket over there. And the most of the movies that he made, like he's like a local police chief or sheriff or something like that. And they are all of them like in transition in between fall to winter, or kind of like mid to fall, and it's interesting to see, like it's that and kind of thing that we still have a little bit nicer weather than they do up there, like because I know they can fake the weather when they make a movie, but it's so expensive to do that, so they most likely don't. They just show whatever is outside.
Yeah, speaking of filming, they were filming here on Ottawa Street just last week on the weekend. Um, the city parking lot there, where the Ottawa Street Farmers Market is. You know the parking lots there. There's like three of them. Well, they had like two of them filled, and they had all these nice old cars from the '60s and '70s, and they had an old fire truck, uh, Los Angeles ladder truck number 16, and that was parked on the side of the street. I should have taken a picture, but a lot of filming going on in Hamilton. I couldn't tell you for what TV show or for what movie it was for, because they do not like to tell people. It attracts too much unwanted attention, and so they don't tell. But yeah, get to see a lot of neat things there.
Yeah, my daughter, she used to went to karate there. There was a karate and judo club on. It's actually quite close to you. Like it's on Ottawa Street, like adjacent to that church on the corner of the Ottawa and Canon.
Oh
So
yeah.
I mean, we were there like it's almost every day, like for like 3 4 hours, and I get to walk Ottawa Street up and down like almost every day, and I liked it. And I remember this one time they were making the movies, and they brought out all the old cars, probably like from the turn of like a 50s to 60s, maybe mid 60s, like the latest. They were still around, and they
Yeah.
have those, let's say, old curves, and You know what I'm talking about, because probably when you go to the mid 60s to late 60s, the cars kind of become a little more boxy and squarey, I guess. And yeah, I don't like it, and they've done it. I'm not gonna say quite often, but it's the fairly often while she was while the club was there. So and it was interesting to watch and the see people around. Plus, I did like when they had a food trucks. Oh, we would used to come. All I mean, we would never miss one. And in the last little while, like I guess when I started working for this company, like doing the three shifts, like everything kind of went upside down for a little while. So we I'm not gonna say lost the touch, but we stopped doing some things which we used to did regularly, I guess.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. On the weekend here in the parking lot where they had all the cars and that, they had a cook truck, like a canteen truck, or they would prepare foods there, not just canteen food, but they had trailers that were toilets. Man, did they look nice, all prefabricated and stairs, and you wouldn't even tell. You wouldn't even know they were bathrooms unless there was a sign on there, right, for the men and women. So, uh, really nice, well equipped lot. They had everything, their own toilets, their own food, and all self contained there. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, another thing when my daughter went to the cadets, and I think one time they have those two buildings side by sides, and in the bigger one, which is, let's call it the stadium, cover stadium or whatever it is, hall or whatever. And what she told me, that I can't remember. It was a movie with superheroes, like you know that the crazy girl with the ponytails and the clown clothes. Anyway, so that's the first sequel of them, and they were moving the few scenes in there. Like one of the scene was what was the name of it? Subway scene, and she was telling me how everything looks like a subway station, and they can only go so far to peep in, and they would let the kids to go in and wander for a little bit, I guess, which is nice from them. And it's interesting to see. Oops, it's interesting to see when they make movies around the town. I like when they do that, even if it's a little bit more inconvenient for us, but it's good.
Yeah, I think you may need to bring your timeout timer to 2 minutes there, Vanya. But yeah, I've been watching some Netflix TV shows there, and they were filmed in Hamilton. There's They were filming on Ottawa Street for it, so now I know why they were there. I think it was called Stranger Things, and there was another one where they were filming also inside the Royal Canot Hotel. Geez, I forget what that one was called. Um, but yeah, you could tell the outside was the Canot, and then of course they film inside of it, make it look the way they want, and yeah, it's real interesting. So, anyways, there, Vanya, thanks for jumping in there and sharing that with us. And you're back on the graveyard shift, are you?
Yes, I am. There are the talks of the plant is on a layoff, so they still kept the trades. So apparently they extend the layoff. They should be back to tomorrow and on a Friday, but they extend the layoff for the whole week, and there are the rumors for also for the next week. Like I don't know what are we missing now, but whatever is it is, and yeah. So we'll see. Maybe next year, the next week, I'll be a little bit more frequent on the radio than I was this week if I get to stay at home. So yeah, can I just ask you a small favor, Chuck? Mark, can you just come back and I never get to just get to see your signal coming to this radio from your location on 2 meters with all the thing what I've done recently at in the basement.
Oh yeah, not a problem, not a problem. What was I going to say? Yeah, speaking of shutdowns, um, there's a city in China, 21 million people, and apparently it's where they make all the high tech electronics and anything to do with tech. They locked it down because of COVID. 21 million people, and they got even barbed wire in front of their apartments. They cannot come out except once a day to get tested. And so you can see another shortage of IC chips and all kinds of chips. They're going to happen again. So I know we had a problem a while ago for the cars, but I'll bet you it's going to happen again after this big shutdown. A city of 21 million people. Ontario, Canada, the population is 14 million, I think. And this is just one city in China, 21 million people. Wow, crazy. So how's my signal there, Vanya?
Your signal was good. Your signal was good. I was thinking about the Max IMW signal because usually he comes in with this too on a 440, and I honestly can't remember how good or how bad he was coming. He's coming clear. I mean, audio is clear when he comes on 2 meters. So I just wanted to I was eating. That was my excuse. Just to see the how far meter goes up the line. So where am I going with this? Yeah, talking about China, I think I came across the headline yesterday or today, maybe a day ago. Anyway, sometime this week, and it says like a 65 or 75 million people under the lockdown because of COVID-1 policies at this very moment. So that's lots of people.
Yeah. Well, certain countries, they don't mess around. There's people jumping out off their balconies. They're so fed up with being locked up. But to go so far as to not allow the front doors of the apartment building to be open, that's a fire hazard for one. You can't be doing that. But they can do whatever they want in their country. Communism rules still. But anyways, I wasn't sure if you were asking Mac to come back to you there, but Mac, are you in there?
Well, surprisingly enough, I just got back to say goodbye. No, that's a song that I know. Sorry, Vanya, what did I miss?
Oh no, I didn't. You didn't miss anything because I just wanted to compare the signal in between two stations. I read out the coax connected SWR and did a few stuff. Usually I have some losses through the SWR, so we'll see when we go on the 440 how that is gonna work out. Because on the 70 centimeters, like you come like 2 bars, 3 bars on a very good day, like 4 bars. And on the 2 meters you are coming full scale. So the way how the scale works on this radio, probably the top 2 bars, if I count them all correctly, like they are like plus 10 and plus 20 dB. So assuming they kind of go that way. So yeah, you are full scale. So I do appreciate coming back.
Oh, no worries, and I'll think about a really good song lyric for my next comeback as well.
It's not I just got back, is it I just came back to say goodbye. So you got the lyrics wrong there, Mac.
Coffee and leave. So 7-3 guys, and maybe we talk again for sure on Friday, maybe tomorrow.
Roger that. Okay, enjoy. And yes, Chuck, I got that. And gone. I've been gone so long.
Oh, very good. Okay, Vanya. Well, thanks for being with us tonight once again. Always a pleasure to have you, sir. You have yourself a great graveyard shift, and hope you have a good shift there. And then I guess you'll be able to test out the 70 centimeters tomorrow. Anything else there, Vanya?
I didn't get the joke. I'm kind of like rewinding and thinking, but it's nothing is coming up. You guys are gonna have to put it in crayons for me.
Oh, Mac was just using catchy words from different songs there. First, he said, I just came back to say goodbye. That's in a song. And another one is I've been gone, gone, gone. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, I wasn't. But anyways, thank you, Chuck. 7-3.
Okay, 7-3, Vanya. Thanks again. Are you going to stick around till the end, or you're done now?
No, I'm done. So I'm gonna turn the radio off and go upstairs. 7-3.
Done. Okay, very good, Vanya. Thanks. That's Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet. Let's see if anyone else is out there would like to join us here on the AREG, Amateur Radio Exchange Group. My name is Chuck, and my call is VA3CJZ. We're also streaming live on YouTube. Looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere. All right. Well, on this day in history, 1812. We all remember the War of 1812. Well, in 1812, there is the Great Fire of Moscow. Begins as Napoleon approaches the city and retreating Russians burn it. They actually set Moscow on fire as they left the city. And the fire continued to burn for 5 days. I didn't know about that. Way to go, Napoleon. Okay. Francis Scott Key. Now, that name might sound familiar to you American history buffs. He's the one that wrote the Star Spangled Banner while witnessing the bombardment of Fort McHenry from a ship in Baltimore Harbor. And that was in 1814. He started to pen that Star Spangled Banner. And then also in 1814, it was on September 13th, an attack on an American fort on this day gave birth to the country's national anthem, Star Spangled Banner. There we go. And then in Britain, on this day in 1872, pays the U.S. $15.5 million for damages during the Civil War. So today's money, that's probably $15 billion. I don't know. And then Mr. Henry Bliss becomes the first automobile fatality in the U.S. in the state of New York. And that was on this day in 1899, first automobile fatality. And then in 1901, Theodore Roosevelt is sworn in as the youngest man to serve as U.S. president after William McKinley finally dies after an anarchist shoots him in Buffalo. If you remember earlier, I mentioned William McKinley shot the president 8 times, and then Theodore Roosevelt is sworn in. That's in 1901 on this day. And then in 1933 on this day, 2 billion board feet of lumber are destroyed in a Tillamook, Oregon fire. So lots of wood lost in that fire. And the world's largest airship makes its maiden flight. Hold on. Alexa, stop.
Called a Zeppelin.
Yes, very good. You win the Jeopardy prize. It was called the Graf Zeppelin II in 1938. So we'll stop right there and see if there's anyone else who would like to check in to the AREG. Please come now.
Victor Echo 3, Charlie India Sierra.
VE3 EIR.
Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta.
VE3 KKP. Everybody's alarm clock went off at once.
It appears so. Well, I have 4 check-ins right now. I've got VE3CIS, EIR, VAD, and KKP. Anyone else? All right, well, let's go to VE3 Charlie India Sierra. Bill or William, come on in.
Okay, thanks very much, Chuck. The handle here is Merv, Mike Echo Romeo Victor.
Merv. Oh,
and we're over in
wrong.
Burlington in the Aldershot area. And thanks for picking me up tonight. I tried to check in, I guess, a few months back, but I didn't have much luck with the indoor antenna I was putting together. So hopefully this is doing a little bit of job tonight. We're running about 25 watts on an indoor antenna pointed out the window towards the bay. So I wonder how you're copying, Chuck.
Oh, very good there, Merv. Yeah, I see your name. Merv is in there in the name. I I guessed wrong. It's not Bill or William. It's Merv. Well, Merv, you're doing a great job here at the Center Mall here in Hamilton from Aldershot. I've got you 10 over S9. Slight bit of noise, but good job nonetheless. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, thanks for the report there, Chuck. I haven't been active at all for a number of years, actually. And we moved into the condo building, I guess, it's almost 8 years now. So I managed to pull the 2-meter rig out of a box a few months back and jury-rigged an antenna. But in calling you at that time, I think you heard my signal, but obviously the antenna wasn't up to speed. So I did a little work and found a location in the in the room here that looks like it's putting out a little better than it did at that time. We got the SW down to a good level. So we're very happy to get on the air for a change.
All right, Merv. Well, congratulations and welcome back. We're pretty active here in the Hamilton area. We're on here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. till around 10. And every night we have a 70 centimeter net that's hosted by ARPAD, VA3 VAD. He's on the list here. And the frequency during the week from Monday to Thursday is 446.125, and that's simplex. So from Monday to Thursday, that's 446.125 at 7 p.m. And then on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we go to the VE3ZOE repeater, which is 443.075. All you need is the positive offset. There's no tone required. And that's again at 7 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, Sundays. So join us there at 7 o'clock. But like I said, tomorrow is the last day of the week for the simplex frequency, again, 446.125. You're welcome to join us there, Merv, and here as well. Glad you worked things out. Anything else, sir, before we carry on?
Okay, very good, Chuck. Thanks for the info on the setup there. One thing I didn't have a handle on before when I tried to check in is that I didn't realize you had a remote Flamborough station there. And unfortunately, I can't copy it with the antenna set up I have here. So I guess that's another reason I lost you the first time a few months back. So, no, that's all I had this evening, Chuck. I was very interested to see if I could get a signal across the bay there, and thank goodness it's working at this point. So we'll pass along 73 for now, and we'll be listening. Take care. VE3 CIS there with VE3 CJZ.
Contact.
Okay, go ahead there, contact. Hang on, Merv.
VE3CIS, VA3IMW. Always glad to hear you back. We lose more hams than we gain sometimes, but welcome back to the hobby. And just to let you know, I'm perched up on the West Mountain in Hamilton and receiving you with an S8 signal and doing a great job in simplex. And like I said, welcome back.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mac. And one last thing. What was I going to say? Yes, we do stream the net on YouTube. So if you want to listen yourself, how your signal was and how you sounded, just go to YouTube and put in my call sign, VA3CJZ, and look for us live there. And under tonight's title, It's called AREG Week 1513. So VA3CJZ in the YouTube, and you can just move the slider box down at the bottom. Right now it's 9:30 p.m. I would just slide it back to maybe 3 minutes, 9:27 or so, and you'll be able to hear yourself. So very good there, Vern. Welcome back. Well, let's move down to Don, VE3EIR. Come on in, Don.
Yeah, good evening there, Chuck. I thought, boy, I better check in before you forget my name. Anyway, you still remember my name. And yes, YouTube is great, John. I was going to say John. John is retired and you've taken over. You're broadcasting on YouTube around the world, so technology is great. Okay, back to you, Chuck.
All righty, Don. Thanks again for stopping by and saying hello. I do not have any news on John, so I assume everything is going okay with him. We'll be contacting him very soon, I think. It's been a while, and it's time that we charge up our phone to maximum before we call John, as he likes to talk, and I'll need a full battery. But anyways, Don, everything going okay with you there, my friend?
Yeah, everything's going good, Chuck. I had the flip phone. I got to tell you, I had a flip phone. I got to admit it. I had a flip phone since 1998. And yesterday, I decided it was time. Everybody seems to have the smartphone, so I went out and got the smartphone. So that's something to play around with. I've had these Samsung tablets before. So when I turned on the smartphone, all the icons were the same. Everything is the same, except it now has the cell phone icon. So that's my excitement.
Oh, very good. Well, congratulations and welcome to the 21st century. That'll keep you busy for a few days, I'm sure. There are more things on those phones that people actually use, but there are a lot of useful tools and toys, whatever you want to call it. So right on there, Don. Glad to hear you're up with the tech now. Everybody's they got these smart phones, smart home devices. I've got one of those in every one of my room, and I can walk in and say her name and ask her what the weather is or what time it is or anything like that. And I love the tech. All right there, Don. Thanks for stopping by. Do you have anything else for us?
No, just to say there, Chuck, that you say you love the tech. Hey, listen, you got a screen full of tech right there. You got the proof behind you, in front of you, behind you, whatever. It's there. It's on YouTube right now.
Yeah, that's right. Who would have thought 10 years ago or whatever that we'd be streaming a net on YouTube, eh? So, around the world, wherever you are, and you can get YouTube. The world is your oyster. Well, thanks again there, Don. Much appreciated.
Okay, just want to say, when John started this net 29 years ago, no one knew what YouTube was.
Yeah, you got that right. Or cell phones, probably. Just the ones that we used to know that were the big brick that you carried around with you there. How far things have gone in such a short time, eh?
Okay, Chuck, carry on. There's a couple of others behind me there.
All right, very good, Don. Once again, it's a pleasure having you stop by and say hello. Clearing with VE3 Echo India Romeo. Let's go to Arpad now in the East End. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Come on in, Arpad.
Hello, Chuck. Good evening to you and everybody else on the net. This is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Name here is Arpad at the East End in the Rosedale area. And yep, you're coming in loud and clear. I heard the last couple of stations there, so they are coming in loud and clear as well. Even Mark comes in. Tonight I'm using the omnidirectional antenna with the ICOM 9100, putting out about 100 watt or so. So yep. We watched the movie. Sorry, I've been checking a little bit earlier. The movie was finished, and we are going to take the dog for a little walk. So that's what we're gonna do. And you guys have a good night. And thank you very much to let me take my call. Back to you, Chuck.
Okay, Arpad, very good. Well, thank you for taking the time out and thinking of us and giving us another bean in the pot. Yeah, we have movie night there also, but not at the moment. Maybe later when she comes home from work. My wife is still at work. She should be finished any time now. Okay, very good, Arpad. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow, I'm sure. Enjoy your walk. My dog is patiently waiting for me to finish the net so we can go and take the garbage out. It's garbage night. So, yeah, very good. All right, Arpad, thanks again. VA3, VAD. Next, let's go up on the mountain and say hello to Kevin. VE3, KKP.
Hey, good evening, Chuck, and everyone on that. I remembered. Almost didn't make it, but I made it. There you go. I can pat myself on the back for that one. Yeah, I have trouble with Wednesday nights lately, but anyway, I made it.
Yeah, that's like me. I have troubles on Friday evenings. I always mean to check into Reggie's Net in Australia on the, I think the Mississauga repeater on Friday nights there. And I always, at that time, I get distracted and I completely forget about it. So, and I didn't even put anything in the Facebook AREG webpage. Normally, I put an announcement there to remind everyone of the net, but I forgot today. But nonetheless, Kevin, you are check-in number 14. Our usual average is around 15. So very good, sir. Thanks.
Hey, not a problem. Yeah, hey, I wonder if the red shows that net on everything under the sun. IRLP, Echolink, yeah, the whole kit caboodle. I wonder if he's on D-Star. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to go to the page and see if there's a D-Star link into his net. There probably is. He's got everything else hooked up.
Yeah, he does. Like you said, he's got everything else hooked up. You never know. I don't recall ever hearing mentioning the D-Star, but something to look into nonetheless. And like you said, you can go in through Echolink and, oh yeah, it's easy to get a hold of him if you can't make the repeater in your area.
Yeah, if you can't find one with IRLP, yeah. For sure. Okay. Anyway, that's a good thought. I always forget about the net too, and I used to be faithful every Friday. Every Friday I used to have to pick up my daughter at work at 9, and in the mobile I'd check in and talk to them either on the way to or from. So that was kind of a ritual, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah. I was going to say, I've been having trouble hearing you on 70 centimeters when you check in Arpad's net, but you got a much better signal on 2 meters. That seems to be the norm for most people in the area.
Yeah, well, don't forget the wattage is different too, right? 35 and 50, so I think it's 35 and 50. I'll have to look again. Each radio is a little bit different here or there by 5 watts either side, but yeah, lower wattage too, and the band hasn't been that great, but yeah, I've been noticing that too, hearing people. Yeah, I don't know. I seem to have a hard time direct path with Arpad. Gary does as well. Yeah, it's just, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, well, I've been trying to leave you messages there on Arpad's YouTube stream when he has a net going. I've been putting the crossband on when he's got the net going. Not when I'm talking though, but before I talk and after I'm done, I switch the crossband on. So all you got to do is key up here on this frequency, and Arpad will pick you up at whatever I'm giving a signal out to. Roger.
I've done that once or twice, but or you go to or you shut it off just before I use it. That's happened, but no, I can hear them four S units, 4 or 5 S units. So that's not too bad.
All right, all right. Well, I just thought I'd put it out there. If anyone has trouble making it to Arpad's 70 centimeter net there, just check to see if I've got the crossband on and key up on here, and it should come through on his Lake Ontario net frequency. So for those who have a hard time making it in there, so if you can make it here on 2 meters, it'll transfer over to the 70 centimeters. So that's open for anyone to use out there at the moment until people start causing nonsense, then we'll just shut her down. All right, Kevin, anything else, sir, before we carry on?
Oh, that's about it from here this evening. Carry on and run through your last calls, and maybe we'll be around after the E3KKP.
Okay, thank you, Kevin, up on the mountain. Well, let's see if anyone else is out there would like to check in with us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ, looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere.
Victor Alpha 3, November Foxtrot Golf.
Whew. There's a strong signal with strong audio. VA3, November Foxtrot Golf. Steve, come on in, Steve. Sounding good tonight.
Oh, good evening there, Chuck, and thanks for the audio compliment there. Yeah, we're just chilling here. Realized it was getting after 9, and then a commercial came on, and I flipped the channel, and then I got sidetracked again. Oh well, what can you do? At least I made it in here before it finished, anyway. So I'm number 25, am I?
Pretty close. You hit our weekly average of 15. Normally that's right around the number we get. So you're number 15 tonight. We were slow for a while, but yeah, still haven't heard PDL in there. He must have forgot again.
Well, either that or he's gone to bed. 9 o'clock, 9:30. Yeah, 9:30. You could be tucked into bed there.
Yeah. And probably all of that hard work on the gardening there. I've seen he sent me a couple of pictures of his garden. It's looking quite monstrous.
Yeah, that it is, for sure. Without a doubt. Yeah, reminds me of that Jack and the Beanstalk story. except it's Paul and the other stock story. So, but anyway, well, that's good. 15. Well, that's a healthy number for a Wednesday evening on Hump Day. Very good. Okay, well, that's all I got there, Chuck. Just keying up, saying hello, and give you a radio check. You're doing your usual 9++, as I am probably doing the same to you. So with that, we'll hand it back to you there, Chuck, and let you continue on and see who else is out there who wants to check in. It is 9:43, so we got 17 minutes left. I'm sure we can get another 10 check-ins. I wouldn't bet on it though. Anyway, okay, very good. Back to you, Chuck. Thanks for doing what you're doing. Keep doing it. Don't ever get discouraged and stop. This is Victor Alpha 3, November Foxtrot Golf. Passing it back to net control.
All right, Steve. Thank you very much for that. It is much appreciated, sir. And you're always welcome to join us here on the net, as well as anywhere else on the radio. But yeah, and if you want to listen to your transmission there tonight, Steve, you know you can play back the YouTube stream. Just put your mouse over the slider at the bottom there, and bring it up to about 9:40 p.m. And you can see your signal and listen to your beautiful audio. So with that, I'll say thanks again. Victor Alpha 3, November Foxtrot Golf. Okay, well, let's see if we can get another check-in in there. Anybody interested in checking in to the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? Last week was the 29-year anniversary, and so we're counting down to 30-year anniversary. This is the first week in a series of 52 weeks. So anyone, anywhere wishing to check in, please come now.
Hey, what number are you up to, Chuck?
15.
All right, can I do a recheck? I haven't been listening. I've been talking to Renzo.
Absolutely, sir. You did have quite a short check-in earlier. If you got any announcements or information for us, please feel free.
Well, okay. Yeah, the closing date of the contest site has been extended, so we still have stuff available. Go to OnTAR's website, ontars.com, and you can look at what some of the stuff that's available. Otherwise, my name and number and my email is listed on there. So it's Rick at HamiltonARC.com. B3BK at HamiltonARC.com. Also, this weekend on Saturday is the flea market in Simcoe, and there's Simcoe Amateur Radio Club. They have a website, so you can look it up there. And London Amateur Radio Club has a flea market also on Sunday. So that's two flea markets coming up. Quite a few there, Chuck, coming on. We're going to have the one in October. October the 1st, the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club will have a flea market out in Ancaster Fairgrounds in the Education Building. So anybody interested in that, doors open at 9 o'clock for the regular people that want to go there and buy something. And any vendors, please contact Barry, that's V3ISX, at HamiltonARC.com. So anyway, let's see what else we got. Coming up in September, and a few people that have checked in here have indicated that they wanted to be included on that. On September 21st, we're going to have a Zoom meeting, and we're going to have Tim Duffy, K3LR, is going to give us a talk. He is the owner of DX Engineering. And any Canadians want to order anything from DX Engineering, which is in the States, he will ship it free. That's what he was saying. And he's going to give us a talk on antennas. So anybody interested in that, I will add you on the mail out when I do it. And just send me an email at ve3bk at hamiltonarc.com. So anyway, that's all. And on the 22nd, we're going to be having an in-person meeting. So we got a Zoom meeting and an in-person meeting, only because we arranged the Zoom before with Tim Duffy. You know, I had to book him about almost a year in advance. He's a busy guy. Anyway, so on the 22nd, we're going to be at St. Paul's United Church on Regina here in the city of Hamilton. So that'll be at 7 p.m. So
So at Regina, I forget, at 48 Regina, I think it is. I can't be sure. I can't remember going off the top of my head there, but it's St. Paul's United Church. So anyway, that's all the announcements I got. Chuck, thanks for letting me do that and get back in here. I tried to get Rich tonight, but I guess he's tied up doing something else. And so I ended up talking to Renzo there, V3 on Wax. I ended up talking to him on 220, and 220 is an underutilized band. So anybody's interested in 220, go buy a radio, and it's almost like a private channel. Anyway, back to you. Thanks for that, Chuck. VA3CJZ, V3BK.
Okay, there, Rick. Thank you for all that information. And quite the active month there, end of the month we've got going. Like you mentioned, all the flea markets. And then, of course, the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club one on October 1st. All very good. We'll try and make that. Is that a Saturday or a Sunday?
It's on October the 1st, which, let's see, that is going to be a Saturday. So it's Saturday morning, and 7:30 for vendors, 9 o'clock for anybody else that's just coming to go and look around. But you can always book a table too. The tables are $10, and entry is $5. So, and all the different clubs, Chuck, they all got different prices. Cost more per table in one place, but you get in for a lesser price, or the other way around. So they're all within the same range. So pretty much doesn't really matter. If you're looking for some, these flea markets are a place to find it. That's for sure. It doesn't matter what. I look at the stuff I got here in my shack, and a lot of this stuff I bought at flea markets, or I bought off the dealer at the flea market and got it with no tax, that kind of thing. So, the flea markets are good, and it seems like everybody's got one right now, and just go on the RAC website and you can look it up. Okay, that's for me, V3BK.
All right. Very good then. I also have one more question, and that is, do you, with all the gear that you said you had there from the other station, do you happen to have a good coax switch?
Yes, I have. We had 4. No, let's see, we had 5. We had 5. Yeah, that's right. I think I sold 3 of them already. I've got 2 left, and they're the 6-position coax switch. So 1 in, 6 out, and they're all grounded. They're B&W, which is an old type, but they're well made, and I beefed them up for grounds. But they're 1 in, 6 out. So you can put 6 different bands on there if you wanted. If you wanted to have a separate antenna for each thing, but those are rather expensive switches. But I am selling them for a real good price. So compared to new ones, they're about less than half price. So anyway, I do have that. And the single ones, there was 1 in, 2 out. They went right away. They went right away, and I had 1 in and 3 out, and that one went right away too. So the smaller switches seem to be in more demand there. Chuck, over.
Yeah, that would have suited me just fine there, a 3 switch or even a 2, because I bought 2 of them, and I found out that I had significant loss through one of them there, and had to take it apart and not have a switch. So something I'll look into. I do appreciate all your info there, Rick, and we'll do some. We'll look it up and get a hold of you. And whenever you get that other item there for me, let me know. And we're usually here. All right, Rick, thanks very much. I think it's time we're going to start the 7-3 round there, and I guess this will be your 7-3 round. Anything else there, Rick?
No. I know I got a coax for you. I know I got one. It's just a matter of finding it. I have quite a few. And the ones that are really good quality, there's a couple that are really good quality, and they sell for like $1.13 a foot or something like that, and we're selling them for less than half that. So anyway, but hey, I'll have that stuff at the flea market, and it's also some stuff that's listed on the Ontire's website. So anything else, ask me about it, because not everything's on that website. We have Hardline too. Hardline, I don't know if that's listed or not, but oh boy, let me turn that down. I have Hardline listed, and there's some ground wire and coax wire, or no, not coax wire. I mean rotator wire. The special rotator wire, six conductors of one size and 2 conductors that are extra heavy. I have a 100-foot piece of that, and that's pretty expensive wire. I'm going to sell it cheap, of course, too. So anybody I know, especially. Okay, so back to you, Chuck. We took enough of the time up there, and you can consider that my last round. 73, and all the best from this station. BA3CJZ, V3BK.
All right. Thanks for all that again there, Rick. Much appreciated. We'll talk soon. VE3 Bravo Kilowatt. All right. Well, before we start going through the list, is there anyone else who'd like to check in? Any last-minute check-ins for this evening's Amateur Radio Exchange Group, AREG? Anyone, anywhere, please come now. Okay, not sure if Garnett said goodnight, but he's at the top of the list. VE3 GNP.
I'm here, Chuck.
All right, sir. I thought it might take you a minute to get to the radio if you were nearby. This is last round, and just want to say thanks for being with us once again. Your company is much appreciated.
Yeah, good night, Chuck. Everything it was nice tonight. Anyways, have a good evening. Good evening, everybody on the net. And 73 will talk to you next week, probably. VE3 GNP.
All right, buddy. Take care of that foot. Don't bang it. Take care, my friend. VE3 GNP. Next would be Art, but he said goodnight already. And George is taking his wife to MRI. Let's see if he's got his hand held. VE3 GBD. George, are you there? Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to Mac. VA3 IMW. Last call, Mac.
Well, Chuck, another successful net, to say the least. Thanks for running and keeping up the heritage. Garnett, keep your inflation up. Inflation in the boot is a good thing. Inflation at the gas station, not so much. Other than that, Chuck, I'll let you carry on and say good evening to everybody else. BK, I'll probably reach out to you for some coax, and I'll definitely take one of those 6-to-1 switches. 7 3s to 1 and all. Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey.
All right, there you go, Rick. Another one. Okay, thanks, Mac. And 2 more sleeps, and then it's footloose, fancy free for Mac for 10 days. So 2 more sleeps, Mac. Thanks for being with us tonight and all your help with the relays and everything else. It's always a pleasure having you on board. VA3 IMW. Let's see if Wade is patiently still with us. VA3 NCA.
VA3 CJZ, VA3 NCA, yeah, I'm still here, Chuck. Hung into the 10 o'clock after all. And so thanks for running another great net. And congratulations, Mac, on the new grandchild. And yeah, good to hear everybody again tonight. And looking forward to doing it again next week. Back to you, Chuck. Thanks. 73L, VA3 NCA for ID.
Hey, wait 1 minute.
Go ahead there, Kevin.
Yeah, wait, it looks like somebody got Confederation Park there, the memorial site, the Naval Memorial Garden, 5929 VA3 DXK from Kitchener.
Are you there, Wade? That was for you.
Yeah, Roger. I don't hear you. I don't hear you on the air, but I do hear you on the YouTube stream. So, okay. Did somebody just delay their upload of their QSOs? Is that what happened? Because I guess I was in there on the 9th. They got in before that.
Oh no, I didn't realize you were in there. I don't know why you can't hear me. This is weird. You should be able to hear me. No, I just see they were there 11 minutes ago. So, okay, you were there before him for sure.
Roger, no, I'll check it out. I'm managing a delay, so I might have had a bit of a delay there on getting back to you. But yeah, I think I have an S9 noise floor on 2 meters, so I'm not surprised that I can't pick you up down here. But yeah, no, I activated on last Saturday, and outside of somebody being late to upload their QSOs, I thought I had it. So I'm gonna have to take a look though now. Now you've got me interested to see. Yeah, I did a twofer of the War of 1812 Garden there, which was the the first activation, and then because it's a twofer with Confederation Park, so that was a fun one and a nice little area. Anyways, thanks Chuck, and thanks Kevin, and I'll send it back to both of you or whoever wants to come back.
I'll take it. You should be able to hear me now. Wait, sorry. I turned my power down. It was only like 2 watts, maybe a watt. But anyway, okay, yeah. I wasn't aware that you were already there. Boy, it didn't take you long to run down, did it? When did we talk about it? Friday night?
Yeah, Roger, I actually have you on the air now. So yeah, upping that power, you're now coming through my huge noise floor on 2 meters. Actually, what happened was I got an email back confirming from the city that it was indeed open, and that the notice on Google was just whoever managed to notify, Google that it was closed for COVID, and it's stale. So I got confirmation it was open. I was out on Saturday, and I thought, well, here we go. I'll head over now that I've got the paper in my hand, so to speak. So yeah, it wasn't long after we had talked about it, actually. So yeah, it was a fun activation.
Oh, very good. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad it all worked out for you. I didn't realize you're down there. I would have helped you out with the activation. But anyway, lots more to be had. All right, have a good night, V3KKP.
Roger. Thanks, and 73 to all, and thanks, Chuck, for indulging us. And I'll send it back to you now. VA3 NCA. I'll be listening along until the end of the net. 73 all.
Okay, 7-3, Wade. Take care, my friend, and have a great rest of the week. VA3 NCA. Next, let's see if Flynn is still available. VE3FJJ. Okay, let's try last call just for the heck of it with VE3BMO. Okay, and VA3FGT had trouble a little earlier, so I don't imagine him being there, but let me switch over. Switching over to the Flamborough station, let's see if Greg is able to pick us up. VA3FGT, VA3CJZ. Last call.
Chuck, I'm still hanging in here listening to you on the YouTube, and now
All right. All right. We got that there, Greg. Thanks a bunch for hanging out with us tonight. It's a pleasure. We're picking you up on the Flamborough station, V3XKV's crossband, and you're coming in at an S8 there. Good job, Greg. Too bad we can't have it both ways. Have a great night there, Greg. We're going to switch back over to the main station here in Hamilton. Have a good night, Greg. Good luck tomorrow.
Threes for now, Chuck. Have a good evening. The A3FG.
What do you say? It goes both ways.
Yeah, you know, that's how they roll in Simcoe.
Yeah, okay. And there's a fair, I guess, or something going on Simcoe this weekend, like Rick was mentioning earlier. So that should be interesting. All right, back to the home station here in Hamilton. Let's see if Vanya is off to work yet. VA3XLJ. All right, let's see if Merv is still with us. This will be last call for VE3 Charlie India Sierra. Okay, next we have Don, VE3EIR. Last call, Don.
Yeah, okay, Chuck. Have a good evening, and everyone else on net. VE3EIR.
Thanks for dropping by, Don. Take care. Hopefully we'll have some news for you next time you come by. Okay, clearing with VE3EIR. RPAD is walking the dog, literally. And so let's go to Kevin then. Second last on the list, VE3KKP. Last call, Kevin.
Alrighty, I won't hold you long. I know you got garbage to get out and everything. But hey, Don, nice hearing you in there. Haven't heard you in a long time. Only because I miss half the Nets here too. So there you go. But it's always a pleasure hearing your voice on here. And Mac, did I hear that right? New Grandpa again. You know, what are you on holidays for the next couple of weeks or something?
Yeah, I just got to make it to Friday, and then I can put my feet up for a bit. But yeah. My two girls, two of my three have 3 kids each, so I'm now a grandpa 6 times over.
Oh, there you go. Very good, very good. Lots of Christmas presents. Gotta love it.
Yeah, and on top of that, this daughter drilled a hole in my heart and decided to name this little fella after me. So not sure how to take that. Boy, oh boy, she's really good on the suck-up scale.
Uh-oh, something's coming. All right, I'm turning back to Chuck there. I know he wants to get the garbage out.
Well, I don't want to, but I have to. But thanks, guys. Much appreciated. Kevin, clearing with VE3KKP and VA3IMW. Last on the list, last but not least, VA3NFG. Steve, last call. Steve, you get the last word. Oh, I guess he doesn't. Okay, very good then. Well, let's do one last call out. If there's any last minute check-ins or anyone wishing to check in, please come now. This is VA3 CJZ with this week's Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Anyone, anywhere, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Well, it's 10:08 p.m. and it's a crispy 16.7 degrees outside. And tonight we've had 15 check-ins. So I want to thank you all for participating in another week of AREG. It's always a pleasure for me to do and to talk to you. So come back next week. Until then, stay safe. Have a great rest of the week. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu saying 7-3 and good night. We will return in a little while, but we must take a break for now. So long.
B3